I remember Nikki's grandfathers, Sam Capadona and Albert Contreras. We know that they are here in spirit, and in spirit there is no separation. In getting to know Nikki and Mitch, I asked them to tell me more about themselves and their relationship. Nikki and Mitch chose this perfect place to be married today because they both love Florida and the beach, and what could be better than a beach wedding? When Nikki and Mitch met, it was through mutual friends. The very first moment I laid eyes on Nikki, Mitch said, I knew that I was in love. I was 15 years old at the time, and we were at a friend's house watching TV. As Nikki came downstairs, I swear, time slowed down, and there were white lights surrounding me. I was watching an angel. It took me a few minutes to work up the courage to go and talk to her. As I approached her, I meant to say, hi, how are you? Instead, I ended up saying, hey, I know you. Very awkward, but we still to this day joke about it. Later in life, when we reconnected and I stared into her eyes, I told her, I am in love with you. Nikki agreed that it was love at first sight. I love the way Mitch looks at me. He's not afraid to express every day how much he loves me. He knows me inside and out and knows what I'm thinking even before I say it. He is the most loving, genuine, and patient person in the world, and I love that about him. What Mitch loves the most about Nikki is that she has an endless amount of love and compassion for him. 4 months into our relationship, Nikki said, I met Mitch's family at his nephew's baptism. Mitch and I were sitting on the couch together when his sister let me hold the baby. The baby started crying, and I managed to rock him to sleep soon after. I looked over at Mitch sitting next to me, who looked at me with more love in his eyes than I could ever experience. It was at that moment that I will never forget. If Mitch could use only one word to describe Nikki, that word would be amazing. Nikki said, one word can't describe Mitch. He's a whole bunch of wonderful words put together. He's my best friend. Nikki and Mitch have both written something special to each other, and they don't know what the other has written. So Mitch, this is what Nikki has written. Mitch, I want you to know that I am always going to love you. At times it's going to be really easy, and at other times life will knock us down. But I will always love you, support you, and respect you. And Nikki, this is what Mitch has written. Nikki, I want you to know that I will always and forever be a loving, understanding, honest, respectful, and loyal husband to you, and hopefully someday father to our children. Nikki and Mitch, have you come here today freely and without reservation to enter into marriage? If so, please say yes. Today you pledge to create a love that will grow deeper with each passing day, a love that will enrich your lives both individually and together. No other ties are more tender, and no other vows more important than those you're about to pledge. And now, family and friends, I ask each of you to go into your hearts and feel the love that you have for these two amazing people. And as they say the most powerful words they can say to one another, their wedding vows, I ask that you now inwardly offer your love and support to them. Nikki and Mitch, it is written that when two souls find each other and love each other, the angels abandon heaven and go sit in that house and sing for joy. May your angels always reside in the home of your hearts. Now look at one another and remember this moment in time. Nikki and Mitch have written their own vows to each other. Mitch.
Nicola, you are my girl, the girl I fell in love with the first time I saw you walking down those steps. I knew right away you were something special, and while it was years before we were together, you absolutely were worth the wait. You are the most beautiful, loving, and amazing person in this world. I feel so honored on this day next to the ocean that I get to take you as my wife. With excitement, I look forward to our lives together. As your husband, I promise that I will always be faithful, respectful, and truthful to you. I will always keep you smiling and happy. I will always take care of you. I will always keep you calm. I will always be your best friend. I promise to be always on your side, to enjoy every moment with you, and to love you with all my heart and soul. This I promise to you forever.
As a little girl, I always hoped that I would marry a good man, a Prince Charming, a man who is kind, generous, and loving. I found more than that in you. I found a best friend. I found someone who is always patient, says I love you multiple times a day, and thinks I'm beautiful first thing in the morning. I promise to hold value in our friendship and to always cherish the special bond we share. I promise to always say I love you. I promise to be your strength, your confidant, and your comfort. I promise to be faithful to you and respect you. I promise to laugh with you and to always see the beauty in our marriage and in our family. I love you. From the moment we met, I loved you. And from the moment we part, I will love you. This I promise to you forever.
The Word of God in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 8, tells us what love is like and what love does. Love is patient. Love is kind. It is not jealous. Love does not brag and is not arrogant. Love does not act unbecomingly. It does not seek its own. Love is not provoked. Does not take into account a wrong suffered. Does not rejoice in unrighteousness, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. Having this kind of love in your hearts, you have chosen to share rings in the sign and seal of the vows you are making to me. May I please have your ring? Your rings are symbols of your inner spiritual bond. They have no beginning and there is no end. I wish for you love, never ending. And may your life together be as strong and as radiant as the precious metal from which your rings are made. Mitch, as a symbol of your faithfulness, please place the ring on Nikki's finger and repeat after me. Nicolette, I give you this ring as a symbol of my vow, and with all that I am and all that I have, I honor you in the name of God. Nikki, in a moment. As a symbol of your faithfulness, please place the ring on Mitch's finger and repeat after me. Mitchell, I give you this ring.
Mitchell, I give you this ring.
As a symbol of my vow.
As a symbol of my vow.
And with all that I am and all that I have, I honor you in the name of God. May your rings serve as a symbol of the sacred promises you made to me and remind you day after day of your vow. Nikki and Mitch, you've exchanged sacred vows, and you have just sealed your relationship by giving and receiving of rings. And this is a pledge between two people who agree that they will commit themselves to one another throughout their lives. You are two persons whose lives and hearts now blend into one, joined together in friendship, and now united in love. And now we invite Nikki's cousin Carly to please come forward.
You share today the joy of a deep commitment and a sacred